So here, when it comes to marriage, you know, when it comes to marriage, it is so essential that today's child who is facing, the problem of video games, addictions, and movies, social media, peer pressure is too high on the children, and he has to compete when it comes to dressing sense, looks. He has to go through so much, and then he sees that his parents are probably not getting along. When it comes to young couples, okay, the parents see the agony of their daughters or their sons. Why? Because young couples have a background of living life a bit too freely. So at these times, Vastu can help to quite a large extent in bringing in harmony in relationships. Bringing in harmony in relationships. So anyway, without taking much time, the topic is relationships, marriage, and how to do easy remedies. Of course, each Vastu is different, and you get tailor-made remedies that way. But still, with the experience of Sahasrabuddhe, who has done so much in Vastu, I'm quite sure his lecture will be very enriching to all of us for generations to come. And I hope it helps the lives of everybody who watches this. All yours, Sahasrabuddhe.
Thank you very much. See, the whole subject of Vastu is related to the form of the house. And the triad which is connected to the subject says form, future, fortune goes together. In traditional language, it is termed as Ghata, Ghatana, Ghatakash. So any Ghata means a container, means say your house, office or factory, is having asymmetric shape. Then the vibration of the ether in that asymmetric non-sacred geometric form will be obviously non-sacred or asymmetric, or in traditional term it is termed as the Visham. So where there are surrounding contents, vibrations which are not tuned to your personal breath or which are not tuned to any sacred geometry, then at all such places, the ghatana, the event which is going to happen, will not be even, it will be something which is related to evility. From this point of view, the Shastra has defined certain virtues and qualities and vices also to directions. Like the Shastra says, north, northeast, and east are emanating Chandra Nadi Pravaha, that is moon streams. And in Yoga Shastra, these moon streams are termed as Shubha Sanket Dai, that is that which brings a good news to you in the life. So very simple thing. If you enter any house and you find that Akasha Prakasha Urja, that is light, skylight, and energy vibrations are coming from north, northeast, and east, and say the complementary directions south, southwest, west are blocked. Then in such a case, the Yoga Shastra says that that house is completely controlled by the Chandra Nadi, which is the positive cosmic breath. And in such cases, over there, you will always experience Sthairya, Kshema, Ayu, Mangalya, and Kalyan. That is, peace, prosperity, progress are definite in all those houses where you find travel of the light from north, northeast, and east. Whereas we always quote Yoga Shastra as mother of the Vastu Shastra, because most of the concepts of the Vastu Shastra, symbols of the Vastu Shastra, theorems of the Vastu Shastra, you find its roots and seeds in the Yoga Shastra. Whatever you must have learned regarding Sahasrabuddhe, which is one of the ancient rich literature related to Yoga Shastra, you find all the qualities of directions as well virtues related to the elements also you get it. That's why Yoga Shastra, we call it as the mother of the Vastu Shastra. So same Yoga Shastra says that any house which is under the attack of south, southwest, west streams, then in such a house, there lies the encroachment and attack of Surya Pingala Nadi, which traditionally termed as Krur and Kathina Karma. And whenever attack of Surya Nadi happens in the spaces, it transforms the spaces into voids. And in such a place where there is no prana, where there is a void, you will always experience death, destruction, demolition, discontinuity, and defamation. It's actually whole of the Vastu Shastra is complete in this one theorem of the Yoga Shastra. Means if you have a powerful earth element in the southeast, south, southwest, west directions, which we call as the sink directions, then entire negative streaming, entire Surya Pingala Nadi vibrations get absorbed in that earth element, and eventology connected to that space grows with the stability, goes with the peace and prosperity. It's as simple as that. So, wherever you enter any house, all you are astrologers, so you know that 1, 5, 9 signs are connected with the east, 3, 7, 11 signs are connected with the west, 4, 8, 12 signs means the north, and 2, 6, 10 signs means the south. So, whenever you enter any house, and if you find the east is blocked and hyper-excitation of the vibrations of the west is there. So whenever hyper-excitation of the west is there, then over there, the vibration of the Venus is not the positive. Probably just in the last lecture, as they have explained, it is the Daityacharya Shukra, which is going to operate in that house. If you see the matrix of deity of the West, you find one deity as the Asura, and outside the Vikshepa Devata or Balagraha, which is said, is their Jambuka, which is also connected with the Daityas. So whenever hyper-excitation of the Western stream happens, even in Feng Shui also they say that West streams place disagreement in every walk of life. The base of the Astro-Vastu which I have developed, first time I started speaking on this subject in 94. At that time, all the senior astrologers opposed me, right from our great master, M.D. Bhatt sir also. But when I showed all of them, around 100 case studies in concurrence to the birth charts and the eventology connected in concurrence to the Yoga Shastra, then M.D. Bhatt sir said that probably I may not agree on the Vastu Shastra, But whatever Vastu Shastra you are speaking on the base of connectivity to the astrology with connectivity to the Yoga Shastra, yes, probably I will accept all that. And I'm so happy that in past 30 years, the development happened in such a way that most of the astrologers now speak in terms of Astro Vastu. You find their visiting cards, it says Astro Vastu experts. That is how the form, future, fortune means vibrations, waves, sound, and light in concurrence to the transit planet, in concurrence to the elements, in concurrence to the rashis, and their relationship to the direction gives you a perfect conclusion as regards the future, as regards the eventology. As it is, if you see the way in which I explained this to Bhatt sir also, that in Vastu Shastra, we say southeast, southwest, northwest, northeast, and the central zone are under the control of Nanda, Bhadra, Jaya, Rikta, and Purna Tithis. Devatas, rather to say. And in astrology, a set of 5 tithis, that is Pratipada, Dvitiya, Tritiya, Chaturthi, and Panchami, you fall down in the same classification as Nanda, Bhadra, Jaya, Rikta, and Purna. That's why the great Rishi Master Kanada first time said that there is nothing like direction, there is nothing like a time. You have to speak with one common connotation as the Dikkal. So he always said that if the chariot is there, then the one wheel is Dik, that is direction, the other wheel is time, that is the Kal. So whenever Dik and Kal goes together, means you are in the perfect Ghata, that is a perfect house. That is how the subject is related. The same deities which rule the vibrations of the directions are ruler of the times defined by tithis. That is how there lies the correlation of the directions and the time, Vastu and the Astro. That's why in all my books I have put up it like that Graha, Tattva, Devata, Disha, and Urja as the Pancha Panch Stambha are the 5 pillars of the Vastu Shastra. So, whenever vibrations of the West encroach in any house, then the traditional Vastu Shastra says that Paschime Kalaham Kuryat. So all those houses will fall in Kalaha and Bheda, that is fights and disagreement in the life. It's so simple. If you enter any house and you find there is a lot of light is coming from the west, say west has a terrace, say west has a bigger side margin, say roof slope is to the west, or there is a bore well or septic tank or a big well is to the west, then there is hyperexcitation of the western streams, and western streams contain the subatomic particle streaming, and this subatomic particle streaming have a direct correlation to the brain, to the Sahasrara, which deviates the brain from its own activity, and there the Bhed and Kalah begins. This is just what Vastu says. Even another sutra says, Shokadayam kulam tatra yatra bhuhu paschima plavaha. So, any fight, shok and daha related to the kula, that is family, will get activated in the houses where you find hyperexcitation of vibrations of the west direction. So you enter any house, and if you find there lies a terrace to the west, double height to the west, maximum encroachment of the light from the west, or bigger side margins to the west, and simultaneously on 180 degrees, if you find toilet to the east, east is closed, or east is high, west is low, means the total axis east to west, which is defined as the axis of the prana, is spoiled. Whenever axis of the prana is spoiled, means apana is activated. And whenever apana gets activated, one gets related to the Pingala streams, to the Surya Nadi Pravaha, and over there it is said as the death, destruction, demolition, discontinuity, and defamation. Whenever we speak of divorce or disturbed relationships, then we speak of the same, that destruction is there, defamation is there, and like that. So all those things which are connected with astrologically to the Saturn and the Rahu. You will find one similarity. The 3, 7, 11 signs contain the nakshatra of the Rahu. So if the skylight is coming from the western zone of your house, means that vibration of the Rahu is entering into your house, and that vibration will always deteriorate or pollute the marital relationship. That is how we can find that Astro and Vastu have a big correlationship, and this correlationship, I hope you all being the astrologer, you will learn it through multiple case studies and connect the whole subject to the form, and the form future fortune will give you much better results instead of depending only on astrology. With this, I conclude my lecture. You can ask me any questions.
Sir, namaskar, sir.
Namaskar.
What should we do if western side is highly active and eastern is not that active?
In
How
that case, the Upapitha Rachana of the Vastu, which is a very traditional Vastu Shastra, they have given excitation, improvement, and controls by using methods. And as astrologically, we say West is connected to the Saturn. Its reflection we find in the Vastu by establishing iron as the measure in the West zone. So just to show it to what that, I'll show you some assembly over here, which is to the west. So over there, you find one iron disk. Iron being Saturn, Saturn contracts, and that contraction of the hyperexcitation of the western streams will happen. So Upapitha Rachana says, bury or place iron in the west zone. Or a lot of light is coming from the west. Then you just apply the blue film on all those glass facades. Then the light entering the house will be blue, and this blue tinge will remove all that negativity by way of sinking of the resourceful so-called west light. It's so simple that way. Or in western zone, matrix of deity contains the deity Varuna. So if you take one kalash, see over here we have put up the black kalash. You show the black stone kalash we have put up. So take some black color, a stone kalash, fill it 3/4 by oil, place 7 nails in that, and at top you can place a lingakriti form in the bronze metal. Then this forms a type of Varuna, but not only Varuna. It is connected with the earth element being the black, the Ghata being the symmetric and sacred. So it gives out the waveforms which are obviously sacred. Since it contains sesame oil, it has its own expression related to the Saturn, and on top there is a Lingakriti. Again, Lingakriti is formed out of the aura formation of the two spheres. If I take the two spheres and one rotates clockwise, other anti-clockwise, then in that rotation, whatever waveform gets formed is Lingakriti. In that, the Shiva Purana also you get that the one is the Jiva, other is the Shiva. And when they rotate in concurrence and in rhythm, then it forms the life, and the shape of the life is Lingakriti. So it is the total aura. So anything that forms a lingam, we have put up it in the bronze metal, which has its relationship with the mercury. And many chidvastus are put up in that particularly. If you see this lingam, it is made of 2 parts. It's void. So you can place the chidvastus in that. Like Rudraksha is there, lotus seeds are there, then turmeric is there, even rock salt is there. So all the connectivity related to 3, 7, 11 signs and their lords, if you place in that, then all those chidvastus are covered by the form which is Lingakriti. So its ultimate vibrations which you are getting will have a divinity. That's the whole concept related to that soul.
Is there any other queries or questions?
Query. I have one query, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, nowadays flat has lot of toilets, sir. And that also has a rouse, sir. If you can guide us on that, sir.
See, toilets are allowed to sink directions. That is the south, southwest, west, and even up to the northwest. If toilet falls in north, northeast, east, and southeast, then it is a fault. Then you need to do the corrections by using the planet related to that zone. Like if it is the north, there is one chapter termed as the Ratnadhyaya. It is part of the Upapitha Rachana only. So likewise, there, as I said, there is a relationship of Graha, Tattva, Devata, Disha, Urja. So any direction has some fault, then related planets vibration, if you can add, related planets elements form you can add, then that form, that planet's descendant metal or Ratna, Jade, that itself will do the corrections.
Thank you, sir.
So I'm thankful to you all, great people, for listening me patiently. Anything wrong is on my side. All that right is always the right side.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for sharing your knowledge. and I hope everybody have enjoyed this lecture. So
Thank you very much.
yeah, so Nitesh, you can stop the recording now. Yes, Nitesh, you can also stop the recording. Yes, so now I would like to invite our next speaker, Pooja Sharma ji. Pooja ji, are you there?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Yeah, namaste.
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 Yes, so now you can start your lecture. So do you have a presentation? Are you sharing the
Yes.
presentation or?
No.
No.
I will share.
Okay, so नीरज इनको access दे देना sharing का.
हाँ भैया दे दिया है.
Okay. ठीक है, so we can start the recording now. Yes, Pooja ji, you can start.
Good evening to all. I am Pooja Sharma. First of all, I would like to thank Saptarishi for giving me this opportunity to speak to this August gathering. My topic is how to forecast problem in married life. I will be using the technique of Bhragunandi Nadi and Lal Kitab. First of all, we will understand what is the cause of unhappy married life. Sometimes problems comes due to extramarital affair or due to suspicious behavior of the spouse, or sometimes that person has career issue, so that person face financial problem, or misunderstanding between mother-in-law, sister-in-law, and brother-in-law, or sometimes the problem comes due to childbirth or due to our neighbors. So I will cover these topics in our slide. So first I will use the technique of Bhragunandi Nadi. In Bhragunandi Nadi, Mars represent husband and Venus represent wife. Whenever Mars and Venus combination in the chart means सात जन्मों का साथ, or we can say previous life husband wife, or love marriage can be seen by this combination. First we consider seventh house and seventh house lord also. If Mars and Venus are in debilitated sign, Mars is in Virgo sign and Venus is in Virgo sign and Mars is in Cancer sign, and it connect with Rahu and Ketu, so problem comes. And now we will understand which planet comes problem in the married life. Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, Moon, and Mercury create problem in married life. Saturn is the karka of profession. Whenever it connect with Mars and Venus, so we can say problems comes due to profession. Or Rahu Ketu, we all know they are very destructive planets. They are shadow planets. What is Rahu? Rahu is illusion, upper part. So whenever it connects with the Mars, so that person has aggressive nature and many accidents in our life. And it connect with Rahu, so Venus Rahu combination give luxury, but that partner behavior is very bad, and we can say extramarital affair. And Moon is the karka of mother, travel, and changes. So we if we connect with Mars, so we can say that person mother has very anger nature and many changes in the life. And whenever it connect with Venus, so we can say this is the yoga of allegation also. So Venus and Moon combination is not good, and we can say saas bahu ka jhagda, mother-in-law and daughter-in-law problem. And Mercury What is Mercury? Mercury is a very intelligent planet, and in BNN, whenever it connect with Mars, and it is also karka of girlfriend boyfriend also. So it connect with Mars, so that person has too many girlfriends, and connect with Venus, so problems comes due to this Mercury also. And one planet, Ketu. Ketu, Bhragunandi Nadi, Ketu is a very dangerous planet. Whenever it connect with any planet, so it totally destroy the planet. If a person is spiritual, then in that case, problem will be decreased. But whenever it connects, suppose it connect with Saturn, so we can say problems comes in the profession. When it connect with Mars, so that person has many accidents and whatever, many problems comes. And when it connects with the Venus, so we can say Venus is a karka of luxury also, so that person have faced many financial issues. Now we understand conjunction. Whenever these planets, Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, Moon and Mercury, connect with Mars and Venus, either combined with trines. Trines in 159 rashis, we consider Earth, Dharma Trikon. 2, 6, 10 rashis are Earth Trikon, and 3, 7, 10, 11th rashis are Kam Trikon, and 4, 8, 12 rashis are Moksha Trikon. Whenever it combined with these trines with Mars and Venus, so problems will be, that person faces too many problems. And combined with 212, what is 212 combination? Suppose Mars is in first house, Venus is in 12th house, and Rahu is in second house. So Mars, Venus and Rahu is 212 of Mars. So this is 212 combination. And what is 311 combination? 311 combination, suppose Mars is in first house, Mercury is in third house. The degrees of in Raghunandi Nadi, most important role of degrees. Suppose Mars degree is 26 and Mercury in third house, its degree is 4. So we can consider 48-degree difference. So 38-degree difference. So whenever 50-degree difference between two planets, so we consider in conjunction also. So these are some rule I will explain in the chart. And we consider 7th aspects also. If these planets, one planet, Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, Moon and Mercury connect with, if one planet like Saturn connected with Mars and Venus, so we can say 20% married life disturb. Suppose Saturn, Rahu, Moon connect with Mars and Venus, so we can say 60% married life disturb. And all the planet connect with Mars and Venus, so 100% married life disturb. In male chart, Mercury is girlfriend, and female chart, Mercury is boyfriend. Only Jupiter can save married life. If Jupiter aspect or connect with Mars and Venus, then married life continue with ups and downs. Jupiter works like Ganga Jal. Jupiter play main role in Bhragunandi Nadi, and retrograde Jupiter in Bhragunandi Nadi gives very good result, because retro planet gives previous house results also, and it connect with trines 212, 311 and 7th aspects also, so it covers too many houses. So retro planet in